Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Mangymutt, a fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime. So first let's get started in the center of our page, and on a slight diagonal we're going to draw in a small curved line from left to right for the top of the nose. In the middle now we're going to draw two curved diagonal lines that join in the center. For the eyes now, on both sides we're going to curve this line around and then up. And then to close this off, we're going to curve this line up and then down on the right. And then we're just going to leave a gap in the middle and we're going to replicate that over on the left. Moving over further towards the inside, we're going to draw in a small oval in the center. And then we'll do the same thing on our left eye, lining that up at the same height. Starting in the center now, we're going to curve this line up and then down for the left-hand side, top of the head. And then on the right, we're going to leave a small gap and we're going to draw the ear. So we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then from the center, we're just going to curve this line across, connecting that together. Let's frame in the top of the mouth now. So we're going to curve this line over and up on the right-hand side. Coming over on the left, we're going to draw in a curved line. And then we'll connect this together with another curved line, bringing that over and in towards the nose. Let's move down on a diagonal and draw in the tongue now. So we're going to draw in a curved line that arches around and then in. Underneath this, we're going to curve this line around and then up to close off the bottom of the tongue. And then up on the left-hand side, we're just going to curve that back in. Drawing the rest of the tongue now, starting in the middle, we're going to arch this line up and then back down on the bottom. Closing off the bottom of the face now, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then we're going to continue this up on the left-hand side, bringing that back in. On the side of the face now, we're going to curve this line out and then in at a point. And then starting on that line again, we're going to curve that out and then back in the corner. For the left ear, starting up above, we're going to curve this line up and then down. To the left of this now, we're going to curve this line back out and then in. Again, from that point, we're just going to curve that line out and then in. And then in that corner again, we're going to move this down and then back in towards the side of the head. For the eyebrow now, on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line up and then down. And then we'll do the same thing over on the right. For the top of the ear on the right-hand side, we're going to curve this line up and then in. Stepping further down on our ear now, we're going to curve that up and then in. And now we're going to draw the bite missing out of the ear. So we're going to draw in a letter C on the side. And then stepping further down, we'll replicate that, just making that bigger. Let's draw in our right hand before we draw in the rest of the ear. So we're going to come down below here and we're going to draw the thumb. So we're going to curve this line around and then up. For the first finger, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then from here, we're just going to draw in a small line that comes down. Now from that corner, we're just going to curve this line all the way around and then in towards the thumb. And now let's draw on our second finger. So moving down, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then we're going to bring this line up, connecting that. And then again, one more time, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then from that corner, just bringing that line in. Now let's close off the rest of the ear. So we're going to curve this line down and in towards our hand. Let's move down and draw on the torso. So on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line down, out, and then in towards the middle. We're almost going to create like a small light bulb. We're going to move over to the right now, bringing this down, out, and then back in, connecting that on the bottom line. For the right arm now, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then we're going to draw a diagonal line that comes up. For the bottom of the arm, let's curve this line around and then in towards our hand. And now let's draw on our left hand. So we're going to line this up at the same height on the left hand side, curving this line around, up. For the first finger, we're going to curve this line up and then in. And then we're going to bring a small diagonal line down. Let's close off the rest of the hand by curving this line around and then up. In the middle now, for the second finger, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then bring in another line that comes down. And then moving down again on the left, we're going to curve that line around and then up. And then we're going to bring this diagonal line in. On the top, we're going to curve this line in for the top of the arm. And then we're going to arch this line up towards the top. Now on the bottom, we're just going to curve this line back in. In the center now, on the top of the head, we're going to curve this line out and then in. And we'll continue this pattern as we come down. So we're going to arch that line out, down, and then one more time, in towards the middle. Now let's draw on a skull necklace. So over on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line around and then in. On both sides, we're going to curve this line in. Stepping further in again, we'll replicate that, leaving a small gap in the middle. And then we're just going to connect this together with a curved line from left to right. Let's draw on the eyes now. So on the right-hand side, we're going to draw in an oval on a diagonal. And then we'll do the same thing over on the left. And then in the middle, we're just going to draw in a sideways oval. We're going to draw in a diagonal line on the right-hand side and the left for the string. Now moving further down, we're going to curve this line in. And then from that point, we're just going to curve this line back around and then down. Moving up on the right-hand side, we're going to draw in a circle. And then moving in towards the left, we're going to draw in a small circle beside that. Now let's draw in our legs. So on the right-hand side, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then for the foot, we're going to arch this line in towards the middle, back in, leaving a gap. From here at the point, we're just going to curve this line back up towards the center. And now let's draw on our left leg, pointing in towards the right leg. So we're going to leave a small gap on the inside, curving this line out. We're going to move up, replicating that. Now on the left-hand side, we're going to arch this line down towards the bottom. On the inside again, we're going to curve this line down. And then we're going to connect this together with a curved line from left to right. Now from here, we're going to draw two curved lines that arch in towards the side. And then we'll flip over on the left-hand side, replicating that. So we're going to curve this line up and then in. On the left-hand side now, we're going to curve this line in. Replicating that as we come down. And then one more time as we bring that over towards the right. Lastly, let's draw in our tail now. So coming up towards the top, we're going to curve this line out and then in, like we did for our ear. We're going to curve this line back up, bringing that in. And one more time, just curving that out and then back in. And that is it. That's how you draw Mangymutt, a fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all in the next one.